After a 4.5-month hiatus due to the coronavirus pandemic, NBA basketball is back, with the league able to pull all of the strings needed to make the NBA campus, or as most of us call it, the NBA bubble, a reality. Teams within reach of a postseason appearance will get a chance to finish out their season and qualify for the NBA playoffs. With this hiatus being longer than the typical NBA offseason, players got a chance to get some rest, recover from both minor and major injuries, and continue working on their games. But who are the players that look the most transformed coming back into the regular season? Today, we're going to be talking about the top 10 transformations of players going into the bubble. Make sure to check out the full list and share your opinion down below in the comments section. Number 10. Marc Gasol. There was a picture of Marc Gasol around the internet a couple of weeks ago in which the Spaniard looked much better physical shape and down some pounds. That was confirmed once Gasol arrived at the bubble, as he's looking in the best shape he's ever been in. His 2 appearances in the Toronto Raptors scrimmage games were not really memorable, nor truly impactful. But at 35 years of age, Gasol needs to be thinking long-term when it comes to his health and body. The second-round standout from the 2007 draft was a key piece in last year's championship run with Toronto, and as he nears the end of a very lucrative 5-year deal he signed with the Grizzlies back in 2015, he has to be heavily concerned with his performance in the last stretch of the 2019-20 regular season and playoffs. Shedding some pounds could be the difference between being able to hang with the quicker and more athletic modern bigs for 2 more seasons, or becoming nearly unplayable with terrible stamina and slow defense. His body looks great, but now it's time for Gasol to walk the walk in his last games of the season. Number 9. LeBron James. When you're arguably the best basketball player in the world and have been as consistently good for as long as LeBron James has, one would think the King would take this forced stoppage of the regular season to get some rest and await the season's restart. That has not been the case at all for LeBron. Not only is he coming into the bubble with a new, partly gray beard, a reminder that Father Time remains undefeated, but he's coming back to NBA basketball with an enviable body for a 35-year-old professional athlete. For so long, we've talked about how James spending over $1 million per year on his body has been his best investment ever. But this man doesn't stop at anything. Some of his quarantine workouts included very complete exercises that required most of his body to remain engaged, and that has apparently translated into the court as well. And while LeBron wasn't his usual statistical self in the Lakers' opening bubble game against the LA Clippers, he played a key role down the line scoring the game-winning shot for the Lakers and playing elite defense on Kawhi Leonard and Paul George in the Clippers' last play. Nobody knows how much longer will LeBron continue being a big, dominant force on the court, but it is safe to say he's doing everything in his power to extend his reign of basketball excellence for as long as possible. Number 8. Luka Doncic. There were reports a couple of weeks before players entered the NBA campus that Luka Doncic was not in his best shape. Apparently, he returned to his native land and did some workouts there, but nothing to improve his physique. His trainer said he was not concerned, given NBA games didn't officially restart till the end of July, and he was confident Luka would be able to shake the rust off. But whatever the physical concerns, Doncic managed to play magnificent basketball in 3 scrimmage games against the Lakers, Pacers, and 76ers. The Slovenian sensation averaged 19 points, 7 assists, and 7.7 rebounds on 52.6% shooting from the field. He did it while only playing about 22.5 minutes per game, which is certainly impressive. While these were only scrimmages and the meaningful basketball games are still ahead of him, he looks like he's ready to pick up where he left in mid-March and continuing to lead the Mavericks into a deep playoff run. Number 7. Mo Bamba. For those Orlando Magic fans that watched their first post-practice virtual media availability inside the bubble, I'm sure the expression on their faces when Mo Bamba first appeared on camera looked something like this. Formerly a skinnier and thinner 7-footer, Bamba dedicated to the gym during the pandemic hiatus. Thanks to a concerted effort to add some muscle to his long frame and special care with his diet, Bamba was able to put in at least 20 pounds of pure muscle. How will this impact his game? In just under 26 minutes of action through the Magic's 3 scrimmages, Bamba scored a total of 14 points, grabbed 11 boards, and shot 6 for 11 from the field, including 2 for 5 from 3. It's hard to draw any conclusions given how limited his minutes were, but hopefully we'll see more of him in the Magic's remaining regular season games. Number 6. Carmelo Anthony. We've seen all sorts of Melos after every offseason, from Olympics Melo to Hoodie Melo, but this summer's talk is about Skinny Melo. Ever since his first stint with the New York Knicks, Carmelo Anthony had notably gained some weight and wasn't showcasing a physique as fit and athletic as a young Anthony did back with the Denver Nuggets. It seems like he's willing to do anything it takes to be a consistent source of offense and a contributor for a Trailblazers team that already has some huge offensive firepower, led by Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. His shooting has been subpar thus far in his 3 scrimmage appearances, scoring 10.3 points per game on 33.3% shooting from the field. But the area in which Carmelo's body transformation could benefit his team the most is the defensive side of the ball, especially if Anthony gets switched onto shorter, quicker guards on the perimeter. We'll see whether that happens or not, but a slimmer body will for sure benefit Melo one way or the other. Number 5. Zion Williamson. Even though Zion Williamson was the consensus number 1 draft pick from this year's class, there were always concerns on how his style of play would translate to the NBA, given his atypical body. A very strong and heavy forward at 6'6", Zion's body could get away with playing as ferociously for his first couple of years, but one would expect it to take a toll on his health as time went by. Sooner rather than later, Zion is already making strides towards improving physically. Not only did Williamson put in the work on his physical condition, but per an ESPN report, he's also moving great and improved his shooting. A lighter Zion means a faster and less injury-prone Zion. And better shooting Zion means more dangerous Zion. In summary, Zion looks better than ever and is poised to continue his short yet impressive rookie campaign in loud fashion. Number 4. Bol Bol. Bol Bol has been at the top of the NBA bubble headlines as he turned heads and raised eyebrows after his 3 scrimmage appearances. The scariest part is he's not even considered a rookie yet. He hasn't technically made his debut in the NBA, playing all season in the G League after being drafted 44th overall by the Miami Heat and later traded to Denver. And per a recently announced rule, players that make their NBA debut in the bubble will not be considered rookies. Seems like we got an early Rookie of the Year frontrunner. During the Nuggets scrimmage games, Bol was featured heavily in lineups and formed part of a Nuggets starting unit whose point guard was Nikola Jokic and whose shortest player was 6'7" forward Paul Millsap. While the Rockets are fully embracing small basketball, Denver went the opposite way with starting point guard Jamal Murray out due to injury. In about 29 minutes of action per game, Bol averaged 13.7 points, 6.3 rebounds, 1.3 assists, and 3 blocks with 3.3 turnovers while shooting 40% from the field and 35.3% from 3. And as if the numbers weren't good enough by themselves, the visual of a 7'2" monster taking a moving mid-range shot coming from an off-ball screen is something else. Keep an eye on Bol through the rest of the Nuggets bubble run as he's set to continue dropping jaws with his evolving skill set. Number 3. Ben Simmons. Simmons is already an all-star guard with his impressive basketball abilities. Standing at 6'10", the native Australian possesses elite ball handling and speed, often using his height and strength advantage to attack the rim and create scoring opportunities for his teammates. But the one ingredient missing in Simmons' arsenal is a jump shot. He's been able to hit some jumpers here and there, but it's never been a reliable weapon for him at all. Multiple sources have reported Simmons working with a sports therapist during this quarantine to improve his jump shot. We don't have any clear evidence that the latter is working, but Simmons did hit a 3 in the 76ers' first scrimmage game. He didn't attempt another long range in the remaining 2 exhibition matchups, but he looked pretty confident taking that corner 3 without hesitation. If Simmons can start hitting those consistently, the 76ers will unlock a new offensive weapon that could very well force teams to come up with new game plans to defend their ultra-large starting lineup, especially in the playoffs. Number 2. Nikola Jokic. Everybody's seen it. Jokic underwent an unbelievable body transformation during the 4+ month NBA hiatus and is not looking back. He played really good basketball during the Nuggets scrimmages and without a doubt looked a step faster. Rumor has it he lost between 25 and 30 pounds. And while he claims he had already lost most of that weight during the 2019-20 regular season through a better diet and exercise, he looks much thinner to when we last saw him before the season stoppage. The Joker was already a problem on the fast break, setting up his teammates with pinpoint accurate long passes or even the running break himself. It'll be especially interesting to see how much quicker the Nuggets fast breaks become with their anchor in much better physical shape. Number 1. Giannis Antetokounmpo. So you thought Ben Simmons' jumper sounded scary. How about Giannis Antetokounmpo, the reigning, defending, and very possibly repeating MVP, with a jumper? After initially claiming he didn't have a hoop to practice on during the pandemic, last week the Greek freak admitted it was all a lie, strategically planned to try and play mind games with his competition. There's no human force in the face of planet Earth capable of consistently stopping Giannis' onslaught on his way to the rim. It's plain and simple. Either you call for help in the paint, praying Antetokounmpo doesn't have enough time or vision to kick out the ball to one of his teammates for a wide open 3, or you can try your best and hope Giannis doesn't dunk all over you. Neither scenario usually ends up with good results for the defense. A counter to Giannis' offense was trying to clog up the paint, with the defense attempting to make it as uncomfortable as possible close to the basket for the Greek freak. But what if Antetokounmpo develops a decent 35%-ish three-point jumper? The lone thought sounds very interesting. Giannis went 1 for 3 from deep in the Bucks bubble opener win against the Celtics, but we'll have to wait and see how his shooting fares moving forward. And the last couple of regular season games will provide us an opportunity to find out. Do you agree with our list? Is there any transform player we missed? Leave a comment down below, and don't forget to like this video for more NBA content. I'll see you in the next one.